bloopers, you get it all. Is it doing now? Okay, don't know what happened.
You're good.
It was pouting. It was pouting. It knew I was going to talk about something that's crazy. 55 years ago today, throw it back Thursday, 55 years ago today, I had on a tan suit, and Angela's dad and I went to the Pickens County Courthouse, and Veeler Hammondtree performed a marriage ceremony. And then we went back to Atlanta, and I went to work at a law firm, and he went to work at the scuba diving shop where he worked, and life went on. And then about a year and a half later, here came this beautiful blue-eyed baby. And you knew her, you loved her, you supported her in all our ventures, from being customers at our florist to being friends when we did Christmas open house at her home. Y'all were a big part of Angela's life. We all know how her life ended, and everybody knows that winter is not my favorite time. But today, 55 years ago, had I not made the decision to do what I did and marry a very unique man, he was a genius who had absolutely no common sense. Angela was a lot like him. She was very, very smart, very, very talented, but sometimes the common sense was missing. I looked back all weekend long. I've thought about this and thought about it and thought about it. And if we didn't make the mistakes we make in our life, then some of the good things wouldn't happen. If we didn't make the mistakes in our life, some of the bad things wouldn't happen. So today is definitely a throwback Thursday. We've all made mistakes. We've all done crazy things. Now, the craziest thing I ever did was when I married him, I thought, this is forever. I thought it was, until he did some crazy stuff, and then it wasn't forever, and life changed. But from that mistake or disaster, I got a beautiful, beautiful daughter. And as I looked at her growing and I saw her beautiful blue eyes that were truly her father's beautiful blue eyes, she looked just like him. Sometimes she reacted like him. But he was never part of her life. He didn't pay child support. He didn't come to visit her. He didn't do anything. He wasn't a part of her life. And I think about that a lot, because I think daughters need their dads. Sons need their dads. Everybody, the kids need that relationship. I needed my father, and I didn't have a relationship. So sometimes life does crazy things when a parent doesn't step up. And I think about it a lot. I think about, would Angela have been a more secure person? Would she have been stronger? Would her life have been different? Maybe, maybe so. So today, we're going to salute you families who stay together, hang in there, make it through the good and the bad, and do it as a family unit. There's a family unit here in Gilmer County that I love. Gail is sitting at home praying and praying and praying that her precious husband of many, many years, who was involved in a horrific accident last week, will make it to come home. That family unit is strong. That is so very, very important that we maintain that family unit, that we pray for each other, that we pray for them. And we are hoping, it's a week today. You think about it. He's made it a week when things were looking really, really tough. So we just hope that it just proceeds and goes on, but we still need lots and lots of prayers. So please say a prayer for Gail, for Wilburn, for the whole family. Just pray for all of them, because we know that at 1 second, a turn, 1 second, something could change. And that's what happened when the accident happened. We're not guaranteed that we're going to get home today. We're not guaranteed that we're going to take the next breath. We're not guaranteed that things are going to work out. But we know that we are here in His time, celebrating His joy, and we have to pray for this family. So if you're a family unit that's maybe missing somebody, I get messages from ladies all the time who lost their husband, and they said, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, we do. We just have to get strong. And we have to get in prayer, and so we're going to do that. But today is a throwback Thursday. We're going to throw it back to that blue-eyed baby of mine, and we're going to share something with you in a little while. But I have something. I don't know what happens as you get older, but as I get older, I seem to treasure things more that come from my past. And this weekend, I spent a lot of time going through and sorting and fixing and using beautiful antique linens that some of my family made 45, 50 years ago, and I've had it a long, long time. I never used it. I never enjoyed it. I never felt blessed by it. And now I'm sleeping under these linens and I love it. And there's something about the past. We are preserving the past and we're embracing the future. And yesterday in Ball Ground, we had a really, really special event that is truly embracing the past, or preserving the past and embracing the future, because we are doing a development in Ball Ground. This is something that it's very cool to be a part of, because as you see developers come in and they have a vision and they want to do something, oh, we're upside down, there we go. This event happened because of a vision of a gentleman who loves trees. He truly is an arborist at heart. He is on every board in the state of Georgia for preserving the past. And you see that Indian tree right there? He's going to build a park around that tree. If you are fortunate enough to be able to buy a home in Malone's Pond, which is walking distance to Calvin Farmer Park, walking distance to downtown Ball Ground, you will get to be part of a very unique community that is preserving the past and embracing the future. There's going to be all kinds of things happening right in downtown Ball Ground. But when you go into the development, it's like you're a world away. It is so amazing, and we're so excited. Evelyn and I will be your sales team on site, and we will be there 7 days a week, and we are just excited to death. The great thing about yesterday, we had people like Diane Smith was there. Diane Smith was instrumental in saving and capturing some historical heritage plants that were on this property, and that was so important to our developer to save those plants and to have them transferred, and they've been put into the botanical garden in downtown Ball Ground. It is amazing when you see people who care about the past build for the future, and I love that. I absolutely love it. So we're so excited. This is going to be a great development. Bircher Homes was the choice home builder, and they are absolutely amazing. They don't just build homes, they build lives. And we were so excited that Mike and Diane Smith was there, and Mike opened the ceremony with a prayer, and it was amazing. It was so sweet and so special, and we are so blessed to be a part of this team. And exciting things are going to happen, and it truly is walking distance to downtown Ball Ground. And we hope you will be a part of this. The homes are going to be breaking ground in just a few days, and it is going to be something to be very proud of, and truly the past will be preserved. And I think that is what is so very, very special about this development. So I want you to come and get to know the Indian tree. That section of the development won't be open for a few months, but they're going to be working on that next spring, and they will have that park there, and it's going to be a gated community. It is going to offer amazing homes, and we want you to be a part of this. So get out and get to know it, and you can pick up the phone and call us at our office, or you can reach out and check out more information on Bircher Homes website. And you talk about a company that is truly faith-based and does an amazing, amazing job. That's them. So we're so honored to be a part of that. And what a joy it was to gather together. And to our precious mayor of Ball Ground, Rick Roberts, he loves the history of Ball Ground, and it's such an honor to spend time with him. So it was an exciting day. It was an exciting day in Ball Ground. Now, speaking of history in Ball Ground, on Tuesday night, the 24th at 7 p.m., the community building, which is right by the tennis courts on, I think they call that Civic Drive, but it's right at the corner of Groover and Civic. They're going to have an event at 7 o'clock that's going to have cake and coffee, and they're going to be talking about veterans from Ball Ground who have served World War I, World War II, the Vietnam conflict, all the wars, and they're going to be honoring those people. So if you don't know anything about the Ball Ground Historical Society, it would be a great night to get to know them, and you can do that. And if you saw my Facebook post, I have a couple of the little note cards that they do, and this is a fundraiser for them. I got some to send as little thank you cards, and I love it because it honors Ball Ground, and we need to do that. We need to continue to preserve the past and to honor Ball Ground. So you can pick some of those cards up. They'll have them available, and I'll have some at our office to sell. So again, It is honoring the military from Ball Ground area who served World War I, World War II. They're going to go all the way through this, and I think they have 100 people from that area who served, and that's going to be really, really neat. But we also are still working on the coat drive for the homeless veterans of Cherokee County, and I will tell you, every single county we serve, please help us. Please help us. Please help us gather these coats, because Cherokee County, Georgia doesn't like boasting this, but they are the home to more homeless vets than any county in Georgia, which is very, very sad. But we want to provide coats because it is going to be a cold winter, and how would you like to be outside in the winter and no coat? You wouldn't like that. So men's, women's, and children's coats, we would like to collect all of those, because sadly there are homeless veteran families out there. So please be a part of that. Now we're going to share some photos with you. And one of them, y'all have seen her since the day Xana was born. She's been here on TV, and you've seen her, and you love her, and she's just so precious. And her hair's getting curlier by the day, and her smile is getting sweeter by the day, and her independence is getting there. And there's the coat drive. Remember, we're going to be picking up coats. You can drop them off at our office in downtown Ball Ground, or you can drop them off at Laura May's in Ball Ground. There are two locations there, and you can drop them off at ETC here at the main office in Ellijay. So if you would do that, please, and help us, because this is the year we want to raise more coats, more awareness than ever. Look at that precious baby, y'all. Are we not blessed? You talk about a blessing. That little girl is a blessing, and independent, Lord have mercy. I don't know where she gets that, do y'all? I can only imagine. Her mother probably tells her every day, you're just like your granny, your nanny. I'm her nanny, not her granny. Dawn's her granny. And this is the pond at Malone's Pond. It is just, they've just redone this and done the dam over, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it is filling up with water, and if it'll rain Friday, I bet it'll be full again. So it's really neat. They've made a habitat for fish in there, and they've done a lot of work to really, really, really preserve the past. Now, speaking of preserving the past, that's one of the photos that's on the little gift cards that you can buy from the Historical Society. And for you old-timers who remember, Miss Mary's 5 and 10 cent store was right there where our office is, which is really strange to me, because we're kind of on the little place where Dot had a little addition to her restaurant. And also, years and years ago, Miss Mary's store was right there. So that's pretty cool. And then the other place that is there is the Thomas and Villa Farmers Hotel, which was actually dismantled in the early 60s, and it was taken down Old Dawsonville Road and reconstructed as a home, where it was the Brackett home for many, many years. And now Evelyn bought it. So they're remodeling it, and it's really cool, and it's really historical because that historical wood is in there. So there you go. Okay. We're going to do a commercial break, and when we come back, I want to share something with you. Angela was happy. She was smiling. Her blue eyes were just glowing. We never dreamed her life would end like it did. And as we face the winter, as you face the winter, as you think of your lost ones, I have so many friends who've lost children. We have to stay positive. We have to stay pumped up, and we have to stay prayed up. And we have to ask y'all to help us get through this, because winter is not a fun time. But I think today is going to be a lot of fun, because we're with my friend Pam McRae, who always makes me smile, always makes me laugh, and always encourages me. And she is one of those people who has fought diabetes all her life. She has gone through so much stuff, but she's always still smiling. And she was actually with me doing a live TV show, and her sugar dropped to like nothing, and she was about to hit the desk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And she still smiles. She still smiles. So that's what it's about. We have to get through those hard times, and we have to help those who are struggling in hard times, and we have to be there for everybody else. So, and today, I had to break it to Mr. Ellijay. Mr. Ellijay was going to be here today, but he has a little glitch he's working on with some stuff in the studio, because he found a lick on a banjo on what he was going to present that just wasn't just right, and he's redoing it. And I said, well, that's okay. I'm going to replace you with Earl Thomas Conley today. So today, you get to hear the real deal. You get to hear Earl Thomas Conley in Smoky Mountain Memories. Now, Dwight's doing a version of it, and he kind of changed it a little bit his way. I don't know if you've noticed that. He does things his way, and they're usually right. And so Earl Thomas Conley's is good, and he wrote the song, and other people have recorded it. Dwight's is good, so you're going to get a blend, and soon you're going to get to hear Dwight's, because he's fixing that little bitty glitch that he caught, and he just said, oh no, I can't do this until it's right, and you know that's the way he is. So, but today's going to be a good day. It's going to be a day of looking back. It's going to be a day of remembering the good times, and it's going to be a day of preparing for winter for all of us. Here we go.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
The mountains are calling, and they're closer than you think. Farmers Crossing in Ball Ground offers creekside lots with homes beginning in the 400s. Walking distance to downtown shopping, dining, tennis courts, Calvin Farmer Park, and local events. It also includes a beautiful hike to Long Swamp Creek. Leave the car and the worries behind. Move in by fall 2023. Call Cherie Martin at 404-375-0590 or Evelyn Calhoun at 770-733-0779.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
The ETC Game of the Week is back again this football season. Watch your local teams go head-to-head each week, only on ETC TV3.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
And the pastors freshly mown. Looking through the screen door, the aroma draws you in to the heart of the home where old memories begin. The heart of the home is calling you in. Cherie's in the kitchen, cooking with her friends, sharing recipes together, stories and songs. making new memories, the heart of the home.
Welcome to Heart of the Home. Once again, we are in beautiful, beautiful Fannin County, Georgia. Today's program is going to be about friends and helping other friends. Each of us today have been a caregiver to someone who possibly battled cancer. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about what you can do to help somebody in a situation that you hope you never find yourself in. My guests today, Freddie Brackett, my daughter Angela Burgess, and Pam McRae, have all been faced with the same problem. Freddie, you dealt with your brother Ronnie, who died of cancer after how many months?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
At age 48.
48. Now, what kind of cancer did Ronnie have?
It was stomach and esophagus.
Right. Angela, you helped take care of Mom. She lasted 2 years?
Yeah.
About 2 years. Pam, every day you see somebody that you cook for, that you help. Every single person here has been affected by cancer.
Right.
And you decided to do this program to help caregivers.
Exactly.
Those are the people, when you took care of Ronnie, did you feel a little pressure because you wanted to be there? You didn't feel like you could leave. It's important to spend the extra time with them.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you get to feel a little bit down. I know I did. When, after 11 months and 3 weeks of taking care of my late husband and my mother, I got really depressed, and I needed something to cheer me up. Now, Pam, you've come up with a great idea for cheering up somebody.
Well, I'd like to take full credit for it, but I can't. One day I was a little bit down, feeling a little bit blue, and Mary Hopkins brought a little gift in to me, and we'll show you that later on in this segment about a little box of cheer, she called it, and it really worked, and it raised my spirits. So when you and I were discussing Heart of the Home, what better person to observe today and honor is the caregiver, because they get forgotten, just like you said.
That's true.
You want to talk about what we're doing for them today?
We do. One thing we want to talk about is sometimes I get really, not tired, but down, just a little bit. And when I get quiet, you always say, what's wrong? If I get quiet, you think something's wrong. Sometimes I get thoughtful and I think about things, and I do get a little bit down. I have found the best way to stay positive and stay focused is to think about somebody else. To think about somebody else and something small you can do for that. Your mom is a great person to bake cookies for somebody. Do a little something for somebody. Now, your Aunt Betty is facing cancer right now. And her husband has been instrumental in getting her through this, hadn't he?
Yes, he has.
He's a great, great guy, and together they're going to conquer this. But everybody needs a little positive somebody coming into your life. And today we're going to show little things you can do for that caregiver. Just a little something. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Tell me about the pear preserves you got on North Georgia Now today.
I know. I've been really sick with a bug.
For a week.
And I actually lost 10 pounds in a week and a half. So I know I was very sick. But these pear preserves have been on my mind for a while, and you know, sometimes you get to thinking about a food and you want it because of the texture, the flavor, and I love the grittiness of the pear and the sweet. And I got surprised with Freddie's mama made pear preserves and sent them, and that was my little treat, you know, that I got to eat, and actually kept it down and was very happy because that was that's a homemade gift,
and just
that
a
you
little,
cannot,
a little
gesture. For nothing,
a little gesture.
And matter of fact, where is it?
It's here. It's here, and we're going to show it in just a minute. We're going to get some of Pam's biscuits. Show it, not share it. That's right. We're going to get some of the jelly and some of your biscuits, and we're going to talk about if you do nothing but bake a little basket of bread and take to your neighbor, take to somebody who possibly, one of the things when I was a caregiver, being there 24/7 got very, very hard. If somebody would relieve me for an hour, just 1 hour, it made such a difference.
Because then you have to live with the guilt of leaving for an hour.
Exactly.
You know, because you want to stay positive that the person's going to make it and live, but then in the back of your mind when you leave, you're thinking, well, I'm leaving and they could pass on. You know, so you've got constant turmoil inside of you, taking care of the person, then the guilt of, do I leave? You know, you need time for yourself.
But they need to take that break to get refreshed, to bring back positive energy. You know, if you just keep going, you get down and out. You know, go off and just make yourself get away and grab on some new strength. You know,
one of the things we talked about with cancer, stress is a big cancer thing. Now, Ronnie was in the trucking business and the grading business. A lot of stress there. And stress is something we need to kind of keep down. I have learned this year to appreciate just little things, And I have a friend, Sue Taylor, who actually brought me some Blue Frog today, and it has actually given me some energy. I'd never tried it before. Now, you've had some, I've had some. It's got natural sugars in it, and it actually revitalizes you. Since you've been sick, I think it'd be good if you drank a little bit of this, and it boosts you a little bit, you know. It's got a lot of good things in it.
Harsh like a soda, or is it mild like
no,
a juice?
it's mild. It's mild like a juice, yeah. So to kick you up a little bit, but Sue has been instrumental in helping us raise money in McKaysville.
A lot of money for the meal.
A lot of money, and that is, everybody can do a little something. A little something.
Barbecue, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So today, Pam is going to introduce us to some new, easy things that everybody can do.
This one here's a half a second.
Yeah, it looks like a Razor Ray thing.
This is a cheating version of a seizure. The iceberg is kind of starting to become obsolete.
Yeah.
So you can get it for nothing. It's pennies. So you take your iceberg lettuce, core it, wedge it. They cut this wedge a little big, but anyway. You wedge it, you lay it on the plate, you drizzle your dressing, you sprinkle some bacon bits on the top.
Is that a homemade dressing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But you can make homemade Caesar dressing.
Okay.
But that was just out of the bottle. Quick and easy, simple, save time. And this
Would
dressing
you
is
show
a good
up
dressing.
with this as a meal for a caregiver?
Well, my idea of what I would do, if you're trying to get in my mindset, is I would have that caregiver come to my house, and I would host and have it all about her from beginning to end, you know.
A full treat.
A full treat. That time away, relaxing, you know, and this is her
And
first
really,
thing.
1 hour. If you can just give them 1 hour.
Yeah. You know, and just wait on her, you know, take care of it. And we're saying her. There's lots of guys like Freddie that have done caregiving, you know. But you want to leave them recharged. But this is the beginning step, the first small thing, so that you can spend time sharing with your friend and talking and helping boost their spirits instead of fussing over a big old salad. You just cut your wedge off there and go for it.
And I think one of the things, did you find you needed somebody to talk to when Ronnie was sick?
Oh yeah, you do.
I think that's really important.
And you also need your time to yourself to reevaluate yourself, because there's a lot of things going through your mind.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're going to take a break right now, and we're going to go to some great music. We have a lady here today who is doing, you're a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. I love the old country music. You taught me about a lady, Miss Loretta Lynn, I've loved her forever. Connie Smith, I loved forever. Today we brought a lady in from Nashville who's going to sing a song once a day. Now it's from a time period, how old are you? Well, she's been around longer than that, but she's married to a very young man. She's married to Marty Stewart, and today Jennifer Brantley is going to sing.
I thought you were saying she was married to
I didn't know I was married to Marty. I need somebody who's mucho.
But we're going to share some good old country music. Normally we do only gospel, but today, because Jennifer happens to specialize in old country, kind of like me. Am I old country?
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
And Jennifer is a beautiful, tiny, petite little lady with this big old
huge
booming voice.
So sit back and you're going to enjoy Jennifer Brantley singing Once a Day, made famous by Connie Smith.
When you found somebody new, I thought I never would forget you, for I thought then I never would. But time has taken all the pain away. Until now, I'm down to hurting once a day. Once a day. All day long. And once a night. From dusk till dawn. The only time
the heart of the home. Today is about things we love. I love old country music. You love old country music. I love doing little things for people that mean a lot. Now, Angela, you know, you help take care of Mom.
Yes.
And toward the end, if she mentioned something, we tried to do it.
Yes.
You told me yesterday if Ronnie mentioned a food that you thought he would want, you would drive into Jasper and try to find that food. Many times it's too late. They can't taste it anymore. But if a caregiver's there 24/7 with them, the caregiver needs a special meal.
Yes.
So take them out of the setting, and you've suggested something really simple, an iceberg wedge, simple. What is this next dish? Because that looks like something I have never cooked.
Okay, this is salmon. This is something.
How did I tell you I cook salmon? Double Q.
Well,
open a can of double Q.
We all know
I've never
about
done
salmon
this.
patties, but we never go into new areas with it. It's really an easy food, and it's really easy to get now.
And good for you.
Every grocery store, it's full of good things for you. You know, if you're going to eat it, I think they paraphrase this as the brain food. You know, this is the brain food.
Give us
so I need
some.
to be eating a lot of this.
Actually,
But anyway,
Tori and I both cook salmon like this all the time,
Right.
and it's so fast.
Yeah.
We love it.
Well, I was going to demonstrate and show you, but it's really easy just to tell you. A little bit of cracked pepper to your liking, salt and pepper. If you want to do garlic, that's okay.
Lots.
But, you know, Angela's a garlic person.
She's a garlic queen.
But Miss Cherie doesn't care for it. My favorite is just lemon pepper. So I take and lemon pepper it really good. And then I put quite a bit of oil in my pan. And you're going to let your pan get to the point to where it's not smoking, but you know, right that temperature right before. You know, everybody's oven adjusts different, and you can grill it too.
Now I was going to say,
And then we bake it sometimes.
And you can do it in the
That's
oven.
what you're gonna
It's a
do.
very versatile food. You can do it either way. I always do skin down, and there's this little telltale. This is what I teach the guys in the back when I taught them how to cook salmon for the first time. You see the thickness of the salmon right here? If you will watch, put it skin down, it'll start climbing, and you'll see it start changing its color. It's a perfect line. You won't have to second guess. It tells you, and that's when you flip it and you cook it the same amount of time. You know, if it was 2 minutes to get to that point, 2 minutes on the other side. And some people like it like that, just planked. They like it with a little bit of the cool center. It's just like a steak, you know. But you don't want to be flipping and flopping it because it's flaky and it'll fall apart. So, you know.
And it dries out.
Yeah. So just watch your rise. Just watch your rise. And when it gets to the halfway mark, if you want it completely done all the way through, then you flip it, same amount of time, and you've got it done. You can do it in the oven. You could deep fry it, but I've never eaten deep fried salmon. I'd say it'd blow apart and make a bomb. But you can bake it, you can grill it, you know. The grill, most people now have the little thing that sits on top of their grill now to do fillets with, fish fillets with. So it might be a little tricky to get it off of there after you flip
Now, I did this in Alaska, but I wrapped it and baked it, and then we flaked it and made a wonderful dip with cream cheese and garlic and diced onions.
Oh, yes.
Little tiny fine onions. That's the only way I've done salmon like this.
Right.
But can
This is what, that just thought of a fast tip. Yes, go ahead and serve that
I was
up.
going to ask, can we let Mr. Brackett taste this, because his mother makes world famous salmon patties, and the thing he likes about it is the taste of the salmon.
She was
like-
talking about her little tinfoil trip. I did this camping. I put my whole fish in there, and I did my lemon and all that. Did this so it had a handle, and that was that.
Right.
Nice
What do you
little
call them?
pouch.
Lemon and pepper.
Lemon pepper, yeah.
Is it good? Now, would you?
good?
Yeah. Yeah.
You eat a salmon patty and won't
salmon.
eat real salmon?
Okay.
She's going to eat canned salmon and won't eat that.
I swear, y'all. Let me
Come
let
on,
me
be
try
brave
mine.
today.
Okay, let's try
Be
it.
brave
very
today.
Very
It
good.
is good. It is good.
Yeah. It's the stuff.
It is.
And what you like about your mom's salmon patty, she only uses a little tiny bit of flour.
I like
and salmon.
I like to be able to taste the salmon. And if you put a lot of ingredients in salmon patties, whatever it may be,
camouflages it. Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you
this was
notice
quick.
when you were cutting into it how it flaked away like that?
Yes, I do.
That's Perfect.
And it's not dry at all. Now, let's talk about the cost of this. If you're going to invite somebody over and you're taking care of a caregiver, you're on a budget, because we've talked about that a lot lately. Everybody's on a budget. Where would you find this on sale?
Well, the neatest thing, that's one reason this triggered an idea with me for the home person. Now in the grocery store, you can get this in the frozen section if you don't want to pay the extra money for the fresh. And it's a great filet. You see, it comes just like that, 4 whole fillets. It's already cut and trimmed for you and debone, and it's in a bag, and it's marked Alaskan salmon. So it's safe, you know,
How many
because you need to be
ounces do you
careful.
think that was?
That right there comes out to be 4 ounces per serving.
Okay.
You know, which is it's a good, if you've got good stuff
That's
to
a
go
pound,
with
that's
it.
great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
So right now we're going to take a break. We're going to go back to Jennifer Brantley. She's going to sing a song. Do you know anything about 4 in the morning, driving us at 4 in the morning? Driving the motor home and staying out too late.
4 in the morning and I'm in the bed asleep.
Because we go to these singings and we get home late. She's going to sing a song that Farron Young made popular years and years ago called 4 in the morning. Could you sing that song?
No, I could not.
Do you remember that song?
No, actually I don't.
Well, you're going to be treated then, because this is an old song, but Jennifer's going to give it a new twist. So sit back and enjoy Jennifer Brantley singing 4 in the morning.
Wishing I'd never met him, knowing if I forget him, how much better off he would be. For the longer I hold on, the longer this goes on, the harder it's gonna be. It's 4 in the morning, once more the dawning just woke up the wanting of me. I never deserved him, God knows when I hurt him. That's the last thing that I want to do. He tries, but he can't tell how he feels. But I know too well what he's going through. If I love him so much, I don't know I can't do the right thing, just let him be. It's 4 in the morning, once more the dawning just woke up the wanting of me. Last night I told him this time is all over, making 10 times I told him goodbye. Last night we broke up, this morning I woke up for the 10th time. I'm changing my mind. I saw more love in his eyes when I left him than those foolish
welcome back. Love the old country music and love the idea that I have some great memories. I have some great memories of my mom. I have some great memories of family members we lost. And Pam, you've come up with a great plan to do something for caregivers. So far we've had 2 simple recipes. This looks like the simplest of all.
Oh, it's no
Fresh
problem at all.
vegetables?
Other than chopping your vegetables, you just line them up and choose anything that'll go in the oven. So whatever your decor is with your table and how you're setting your table, I chose the little black one with my table setting today. And you just line them up any way you want, you know, in your little bowl till they look like you want. And you can do onions too. We didn't do onions because we didn't want to smell them while we were working.
What about bell peppers? Could you do
Yes,
that?
bell pepper, mushroom, the sky's the limit. Whatever you got coming in your garden or whatever's fresh available at the grocery store. I guess you could do it with frozen too, but frozen tends to have too much water.
No.
And you can cheat too and get the pre-sliced.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
For some,
if you've got the money.
maybe a few ingredients.
Yeah. Save yourself a little bit of time. But you line them up, salt, pepper, put a little bit of oil on them, preferably olive oil. It has a little better flavor to complement the vegetables. And then you put some parm on it, pop it in the oven, and you just bake it till it gets nice and gooey. If
About
you
how
put a
many
gooey
minutes?
cheese on it, I'd say 350 for no longer than 25 minutes when you're cooking something this small and this size.
I'm going to cheat. I want to see, is it crisp? Is it
No, it's not. It's just like a saute, but done in the oven.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a saute.
And it's
You will
pretty.
love it.
It looks really fancy.
But when you do something like the salmon steak that we done earlier, and you've got the plate with a salmon steak and a little bit of lettuce, and you put that down, and it really is becoming
An
to the
elegant
eye.
meal, yeah.
It just really looks top notch, you know, for a little bit of simple 5-minute little tweaking to put on things to make it look nice.
The hardest thing about this is talking the person into showing up for dinner.
Right.
Because we all feel guilty. We don't want to leave. You can't do that. You know how it is. I know how it is. We've all been there, done that.
I have a suggestion for that because we were talking about that earlier. Team up with someone. You be the host and do the entertaining of the caregiver, but get someone, a good friend of yours, to partner up with you and say, I'm going to go replace you tonight while you go over to so-and-so's house and just relax and unwind a little bit. Get you somebody that's determined. Maybe someone like me and Cherie.
A little bit.
Kind of somebody, you know.
I know somebody. Jen Roberts could convince me to do
that's a good candidate right there.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
we need 1 hour. We need that. You saw that. We all know that.
That
It's so
downtime
important.
to regenerate and get that smile back on. Sometimes that it's hard to wear that smile when you're troubled and your heart's hurting and you're losing someone.
It's tough.
You know, it's hard times.
One of the things I learned in the loss of my mom and my late husband was, don't plan your life, live your life. And live your life to the absolute fullest. Now, the motorhome has that on the front of it, doesn't it? And every week we find, showing up, we meet a lot of nice people at the gospel singings. They brought me from a deep, deep depression. Sometimes 1 hour with somebody special made a difference in my life. And I know it can in yours too. If you have a caregiver that needs a little support, jump in and do something. Now, the simplest thing of all is our last item, Mayfield ice cream.
Of course.
With
none other than Mayfield.
A cookie, just a cookie.
Choose your favorite cookie.
I would have chosen chocolate chip.
Right. I don't think I would have chosen
a little
molasses.
chocolate. No,
but since we're from the South, we should pay tribute to some molasses.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Chocolate sprinkles also.
But you can do your home-baked cookie, or you can do a store-bought cookie. These are Archway, which they have just that right texture, that sandwichy texture. A real crisp cookie will work too, but that Archway, that puffiness, and a little bit of crispness on the outside. But this is like a no-brainer. You get your ice cream
hard.
soup.
Do you think you could do this?
I mean, I believe we could all handle this.
Yeah.
And that is that.
And let me tell you what you can do to this. Roll it and give
got
me
my idea.
chocolate chips.
You can do it in chocolate chips. For kids, I've done it in sprinkles and a lot of things like that just really make it real festive looking.
Well, we're going to share these items with our audience today, and we're going to share our recipes. And remember, go to our website, www.heartofthehomerecipes.com. And don't forget, Angela, me, Freddie, Charlene, and Matt, and Bill are all on North Georgia Now Today, seen exclusively on ETC3 in Ellijay, Georgia. But you can catch us online. Tell them how to do that.
You go to www.etctv.com ETC3.com.
That's right.
And then look us up.
That's right, and just watch
say that
live
fast
now.
3 times. ETCTV3.com.
That's right. But watch us online 8:30 to 10 a.m., 6 to 7:30 p.m. And for you late nighters, we're on from what time now?
It's like
1 to 2:30.
Rick Scott bumped us back.
Who thought of that? But we encourage you, check us out and go to the website. If you have prayer requests, we do that every day on the show, don't we? That's one of our big things. That is one of our big things. As community oriented, we want to take care of the caregivers and we want to take care of the people who are hurting.
Charlene was telling me the other day, one person praying, you know, it's good, but then once you've got 3 people praying for a purpose, then it's going to go just like wildfire. So, yeah.
It's amazing.
It is what
Pam, thank you for inviting us once again to Canton County. Blackberry Ridge Eatery is located at
5140 Appalachian Highway. You just past the Days Inn, past Clock Tower, and we're on the end. Sage Green Building with Copperoni.
And I recommend the trout.
And I recommend the meatloaf. You recommend the meatloaf.
And the salmon. That was pretty good.
I just recommend you come.
You come. And let me tell you one other thing. If you happen to ride by here and see the motorhome parked here, don't be surprised. We're here quite often. We love hanging out here. We love sharing great Christian fellowship.
Right.
You've been on the morning show and you've actually sang for us and played a little piano for us. Thank you very much for doing that. But we encourage you, support local businesses. Canton County is full of a wonderful array of places to see, and let's come and join us in Canton County, Georgia. We will be here as often as possible. We encourage you to do the same. Come and ride the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. You may see us on there too. From Canton County, Georgia, we have to say goodbye for now. Hey y'all, what are we going to say? Bye now. Bye-bye.
Gosh. 14 years ago, today is truly Throwback Thursday. Now, we've thrown it back 55 years on a very, very special day when Lori and Bob Whitfield also said their I do's. They are still married today, 55 years later, so happy, happy anniversary to you precious, precious people. You know them and you love them down in Pickens County, and happy, happy anniversary to you. I've got some events that I want to make sure you don't miss these things, because one of them is this weekend, and this is the, it's a bike and car show ride, barbecue, concert by Glory Bound, and it is to help buy Christmas for kids in Cherokee County, and this is at 5301 Hickory Flat Highway, actually, in Hickory Flat, Georgia, and Glory Bound is instrumental in providing Christmas for children. If you have an antique car, if you have a cool motorcycle, come and show up about 9 o'clock that morning, sign up, do the ride, come back and have a barbecue lunch. And I heard tell that the slaw comes from Georgian Hills, so you know it'll be the world's best slaw, so do this. And again, that is this coming Saturday, so please be a part of that. Also, on October the 27th and the 28th, this is something that I don't like to talk about, but it is necessary to talk about. Veterans Suicide Prevention. They will be doing a barbecue meal. This is their 3rd annual Red, White, and Blue Barbecue, Friday, October the 27th and the 28th, and this is at Canton American Legion, Post 45. It's just off of Old 5, not too far from the barbecue there near the old Kmart store at 20 and Old 5. What is the name of it? Williams Brothers Barbecue. It is not far from there, kind of down in the valley where they have the fair every year. But this is going to be the Canton American Legion, Post 45, 160 McClure Street. And you kind of have to look for it, but it's right down there in Canton. Award-winning barbecue chef Brian Duffy will be there, and we want you to come to buy a barbecue plate. Go and buy a barbecue plate for your neighbors. If you know a shut-in who doesn't get out, buy them a barbecue plate and help the American Legion raise money and raise awareness for veterans suicide prevention. Suicide is real. You know it's real. I know it's real. There are times that you never see it coming, and there are times that you absolutely know that there's a problem. So please come out and help. Again, the veterans, this is Friday, October the 27th and Saturday the 28th And again, it is at the Canton American Legion, 160 McClure Street, Canton, and it's the 3rd annual barbecue. For more information, I will hopefully have some more information on Monday, exactly the hours it will be, but I would love for y'all to be there. So come and be a part of that. And again, we have another thing that Bob and Linda Reese have been doing Christmas for kids in Cherokee County for over 36 years. November the 11th, starting at 4 p.m. You're going to have to go to Ball Ground and do the Veterans Ceremony at City Hall about noon. Then go get you a lunch somewhere and then go to the concert, because November the 11th at 4 p.m., because of the flood that happened at the church in Canton, we're going to have to, the event will be happening in Hickory Flat. And it's going to be right near Holly Springs, somewhere in there, and I'll get you all that information, but it's November the 11th, and it's going to be at 4 p.m., and it's going to be the Isaacs. Y'all know them, you love them, you know their history, you know their amazing music, and John R. Bowman will be there. He's been instrumental in putting this together, and a glory band, and it will be a wonderful concert, and it will be once again raising money for the kids in Cherokee County who would not have a Christmas without this, and this is for the White Christmas event. You know, our community gives back and gives back and gives back. And in this community, I was lucky enough to spend time and interview a man that I adore, Earl Thomas Conley. And we're going to leave you now with one of his songs. He wrote Smoky Mountain Memories. He number one-ed it. He was it. And then other people recorded it. Dwight's doing it. And I will tell you, it is one of those songs, I can't tell you how many hours, how many days, how many memories from that song of just riding up to the Nantahala, getting out and just taking the back roads. Today, do that. Before the rain comes in and before the leaves are gone, get out and get in your car, put on your favorite music, and I'm going to take you now on a little trip with a little Earl Thomas Conley music. Once again, I have to say a big, big, big thank you for everybody who showed up yesterday, and especially to a very, very special lady, my bestie, Vicki Holyfield, past president of the Historical Society, twice president, came out, and we laughed and we giggled and we had a good time. You talk about somebody who's been there for the good, the bad, and the ugly. She's been there for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And today, I want you to, everybody, pick up the phone and call somebody who's made a difference in your life. Pick up the phone and say, hey, I appreciate what you've done for me. Pick up the phone and say, let's get together. We haven't seen each other in a while. But to everybody who came out for this event, thank you so very, very, very much. It was awesome. It was amazing. Thank you to Tim for everything you do to make my life work so much better. I'm so appreciative. And let's go Malone's Pond. We are ready to rock and roll. It is going to be a wonderful time. Walking distance to downtown Ball Ground. Y'all come and see us now. I'll be back here on ETC before long, but don't you forget, we will go right to YouTube with this. And if you have friends and neighbors that you'd like to share it with, please subscribe. YouTube is completely free, and we would love to have you join us. I'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.